Hello, today we're going to be talking about relative risk. We are Group 7 for Research Methods 1. Relative risk is used to compare the risk in two different groups of people. For example, the groups could be smokers and non-smokers. All sorts of groups are compared to others in medical research to see if belonging to a group increases or decreases your risk of developing certain diseases. For example, research has shown that smokers have a higher risk of developing heart disease as compared to non-smokers. In epidemiology, relative risk can give us insights in how much more likely an exposed group is to develop a certain disease in comparison to a non-exposed group. Once we know the exposure and disease status of a research population, we can fill in their corresponding numbers in the following table. Looking at the table for the components that will be used in the relative risk formula, we have disease and exposure. So you can see it's broken down into disease and exposed, healthy and exposed, disease and non-exposed, and healthy and non-exposed. To integrate those components into a formula, you can see that calculating relative risk is going to require you to put diseased and exposed divided by diseased and exposed plus healthy and exposed over diseased and non-exposed divided by diseased and non-exposed plus healthy and non-exposed. Looking at the formula continued, you can see that it can essentially be broken down into probability of getting disease in the exposed group divided by the probability of getting disease in the non-exposed group for relative risk. Using the number you calculated, a relative risk of 1 means there's no difference in risk between the two groups. If a person's relative risk is greater than 1, it means their risk for developing that disease is higher than the other group. Conversely, if a person's relative risk is less than 1, it means that their risk for developing that disease is lower than the other group. This concludes our presentation on relative risk. Thank you for your time and have a great day.